hear when I hear the word narcissist with regards to masculine and feminine relationships. You can call it, we're filtering out everything that has to do with business and, you know, religion and all that. I'm not talking about a psychological situation any more than in the realm of romantic relationships. What I mean when I say narcissist is, and I first have to distinguish something, a man, when he feels respected and his thinking is respected, he feels loved. It's important to know that. If you're a woman, if you're a man, what you really want, if you're a man, is you want to feel respected. And if you feel respected, it feels like love to you. So when men love each other, they actually give each other respect. You know, that's, you know, and I'm talking about heterosexual men who love each other. They're talking about really honoring each other, respecting each other. That's when a man feels like, okay, good. So they don't say, I love you, they say, I respect you. Women feel loved when they feel taken care of, more importantly, when they have their feelings taken care of. So when a woman says, I feel sad, I feel hurt, I feel lonely, I feel whatever a woman feels.
Being cherished.
Yeah, being cherished. Thank you. That's where we're coming. Thank you for bringing my original subject back, which is being cherished.
Having the integrity to put together, yeah.
Yeah. Loving her and saying, you know, even though maybe as a man I don't feel those feelings right now, she's feeling them, and that's what's important. So I put my feelings aside and take care of her feelings. That's how she can feel loved. When she feels loved, there's something that happens with women. They go, ah. You know, you hear this sort of sigh of relief, like, okay, even though I feel horrible, somebody's here, they care, they're taking care of me, she feels loved. So that being distinguished, now let's talk about narcissism. A narcissist is somebody, male and female, who is ambisexual, meaning they are of both sexes, because you and I are. I have a female in me and you have male in you, right? We are ambisexual, but we are narcissistic in that I say we, I'm including myself, we all want to have our feelings cherished and our thinking respected. Yes?
Right.
We want to be cherished and respected. Well, in relationships, I mean, you're free to go around doing that. Just get used to being single. That's all. It doesn't work in a masculine-feminine romantic relationship. It doesn't work. You got to choose. Do you want to be the respected one or the cherished one? Because the respected one puts his feelings aside to cherish the others. The feeling one shows respect whether she feels it or not. She pays respect. She gives respect. So that he, the masculine one, and whether, I don't care if it's a woman, in other words, a feminine biological unit, or a man, there are masculine women and feminine men. There's many relationships in which the man is the feminine one. He wants to have his feelings taken care of, and the woman is the masculine one. She's the one, she's running the business, and she's taking care of everything, and you know, she deserves respect, and she demands respect. However, she may not get her feelings taken care of. So in a masculine-feminine relationship where the woman is the feminine one and the man is the masculine one, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not being sexist, I'm just being specific.
The role, yeah. Yeah,
the role that's being played by the masculine person happens to be a male and a female. In that kind of a situation, just to simplify the language, the man would put his feelings aside. In other words, he's not honoring or cherishing his feelings, is he? He may be angry, he may be sad, he may be frustrated, he may be disappointed, he may be pissed off, he may be needing a drink. But he's not going to do any of that. He's going to put that aside and say, what can I do for you, honey, to help you feel better? I'm going to stay up all night long. I'm going to get out in the middle of the night and go get you something to eat or drink or do whatever it takes to help you to feel better. What do you need from me? I'll do it. He puts all of his feelings aside. He sacrifices his feelings for hers. He makes her feelings more important. That's what I mean when I'm talking about cherishing. And most men are completely incapable of that, or even if they're capable of it, they just don't want to do it. They just don't feel like it. Feelings, they're feelings, right? They don't feel like it. And most women don't want to pay a man respect because she thinks, well, I'm smarter than him, I can do the accounting faster than him, I could run this business better than him, or whatever. So she doesn't want to cherish, respect the man's thinking, leadership, guidance, which is basically, that's what he's got to offer. That's what he's got to offer. I will, I'll put my feelings aside and do whatever it takes, because love for men comes accompanied by the words duty, responsibility, accountability. A man feels accountable. A man feels a sense of duty for the people he loves. I'm not saying that women don't. I'm just saying that's pretty much what he's got to offer. I'll be accountable. I'll take care of you. I'll provide. I'll protect. I'll cherish you. I hear narcissist. I mean somebody who wants both and demands both. A narcissist is somebody who wants to be cherished and respected and expects that from you. And if you expect that from others, yeah, you're a narcissist. Get used to being single. If you want to be in a relationship with a masculine man, he's going to need to feel respected. And he may or may not cherish you. Depends on whether you pick a guy that knows how to do that. But that's what a masculine man will require respect. And a masculine man will have the ability, the responsibility and the ability to put his feelings aside and take care of yours. Yes, a narcissist somebody who demands to be both respected and cherished, think about it. That means that they're 100%, right? They're everything. I'm respected and cherished. It's all coming to me, right? That means you're zero. In those relationships, there's always one who's 100 and one who's 0. It's not like 60-40 either. It's not 30-70 or any of that. It's 100 and 0. Because when it comes right down to it, one of them is made themselves be more important than the other, and the other one agreed.
Yes, exactly. If you don't agree, you walk away, and they walk away.
Yeah. If you don't agree that if I'm the narcissist, and you don't agree that I'm the most important person here, because when I tell you my feelings, you come back at me and try to tell me that your feelings are equal to mine. My feelings are more important than your feelings. That's what they're really saying, isn't it?
Right,
and then when I tell you my thinking, and you come back and say, well, I think something else, and you argue with me, I'm like, oh, really? My thinking's the more important thinking here. I'm the 100, you're the 0, right? That's what a narcissist does.
I guess the challenge is to avoid them.
Well, yes.
Trying to find and pinpoint characteristics.
Well, yeah, that would be the easy part of the challenge. That really is easy. That's easy, right? I mean, once you have these distinctions, you see somebody that within seconds you realize that that's what they're up to. I can, anyhow. Within a very short conversation with them, they're those people that when you tell a story, like a really interesting story, they've always got a better one. They're the ones that while you're talking, they talk on top of you. They start talking while you're talking so that you shut up and they talk. They're the ones who, when you tell them something that you feel, they tell you what they feel. But what they feel has got to be better or more important than what you felt. Or if you tell them what you think, they tell you something that they think that's more intelligent. They always have to be the one on top. And so it's very easy to see them.
The biggest challenge was the way they leave the relationship.
Probably pretty abruptly.
Without any,
Yeah.
So I'm finished, and it feels very.
Yeah. They leave people incomplete, but the only person that could be left incomplete by them would be somebody who had a codependent relationship with them in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to move on. I'm just saying at the same time, it's really
Yeah, it leaves something in the space that's ugly and sad and hurts. Yeah.
It's one of the things that I've...
So, yeah, you say, well, the thing is about avoiding, well, first distinguish them so that you can see them coming a mile away, you know, and then it's easy to avoid something that's a mile away, you know. It's right when they're right up close to you and they're in your bedroom, that's when it's hard to avoid.
Don't want to go there and talk about.
Yeah, they're in your kitchen or your car with you or something, then it's getting a little close, you know.
Right.
You want to be able to see them before they get into your life, and
that's good stuff.
But more importantly, all of that's about them, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This show and Embrace Growth and everything is like, what about you? In other words, how could you begin to, if 9 out of 10 people that you know are like that, then, and you can't have a relationship with anyone because everybody's a egotistical narcissist, self-centered, then it's a lonely world. What if you were the kind of person who was what I've been talking about all along, an actual agent of change and transformation for other people, because you brought honor and integrity and cherishing to every situation at all times, so that when you saw somebody being an arrogant, egotistical, self-centered narcissist, you could say, isn't that sweet? Isn't that, you know, how could I make a difference with that person without hurting myself, without compromising my own integrity? How could I actually contribute something to them that would maybe make a difference for them with no attachment on my part? Just, you know, I'm not going to get attached. I'm just going to, like, make a difference if I can, and if I can't, well, you know, maybe I will have planted a seed that will grow some years later, you know?
It's hard sometimes when you've been hurt, so...
Yeah, I know. There's some completing the past for you to do, okay? Mm-hmm. And they're coming in telling me that my show's over, so I got to go, but I'm out of time. But there's some things that you need to complete from the past. I don't know if you've ever seen my wife's book called Unfinished Business, but it's a very good one for giving guidelines for completing your unfinished business.
Right.
There's some exercises and stuff like that in there. And then I don't know if you've ever been to any of our workshops, but if you have, man, it really gets complete in there. All of that stuff gets complete inside the women-only workshops and the men's workshops that we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will let you go.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you for that insight.
Thanks for calling.